those would be me. And then the people behind them are your executive board, senior student council, and valedictorian. So that's where we're joining. And what's it called? NHS president. I should have brought some glasses.
You can wear mine.
Big head. So they're all gonna sit in front. Like, when are we starting playing?
Sorry?
When are we starting playing? When? When they get to there, we start playing. Will they stop?
When they get around.
Because they're gonna stop. They're gonna go all the way to here. Which steps onto that pit very soon.
Thank
Good afternoon. Welcome to Gloucester High School for our 107th commencement ceremony and the graduation of the class of 2022. Please remain standing. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Gloucester High School Marine Corps JROTC Color Guard and the singing of the national anthem and the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Beaton, President of the Class of 2022. It is my pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremonies. I want to welcome members of the Gloucester School Committee and the Gloucester City Council, the Honorable Mayor Greg Verga, and the Superintendent Mr. Ben Lummis, and members of the Gloucester Public Schools and Gloucester High School's administration. Also, thank you to Senator Tarr and Representative Ferrante for celebrating this moment with us today. Thank you all for help to make our graduation memorable. At this time, please welcome the Honorable Mayor of the City of Gloucester, Mr. Greg Verga. You can all sit.
I'm going to stand. So, good afternoon, students, parents, family, friends, faculty, and members of the school committee and city council, which I would like to recognize now. We're joined by Council President Val Gilman, Councilors Tony Gross, Jason Groh, Jeff Worthley, and Jamie O'Hara. Also joined by our school committee chair, Kathy Clancy, Vice Chair Samantha Watson, members Bill Melvin and Keith Minio, and of course, Senator Tarr. And Representative Ferrante sends her regrets. She is unable to join us tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa Texera. Let's hear it from Melissa Texera. And also, please join me to officially congratulate the Gloucester High School class of 2022. Graduates, you should be so proud of yourselves and all that you have achieved. You've overcome obstacles that so many others will never experience. Basically, 3 out of 4 years of your high school careers were, let's say, a bit unorthodox. Please know that we are all impressed by your resiliency. Your time as high school students has been atypical. However, you adapted to these unprecedented times, from a pandemic completely changing your in-school experience to major social movements that you thoughtfully engaged. You have persevered, and that is truly remarkable. I want you to know that each of you has demonstrated that you are strong, capable, and driven. It would have been easy to be derailed by all of the bumps in the road that have appeared over the past few years, but you made it through them all. We're all here today to celebrate this momentous accomplishment with you. This is a big day, and you should all enjoy it. Your futures are bright and full of opportunity, and this is just the beginning. Your journey will continue. No matter what you choose to do next, please know that your community stands behind you. It has been a while since my graduation, but I remember the mix of excitement and uncertainty as I sat where you are now. The future may seem daunting, but you have all shown courage and determination to succeed. I hope you use all that you have learned here at Gloucester High School to move forward fearlessly and tackle your next adventure. It may take time for all of you to find your true passion and path, but on the way, I hope that you explore, continue to learn, and work to make the world a better place. We are at a turning point in our society, and I think each of you has the opportunity to make a difference. Several years ago, I addressed the graduating class as chairman of the school committee, and I'll say to you what I said to them. Many of you will move on and move away from Gloucester. You will begin your careers, find new homes, start your families, and live your lives. But please, don't forget your hometown. As we celebrate our 400th anniversary next year, let that milestone resonate with you and the significance Gloucester has had on your development as a person. Someday, it may be years from now or decades from now, but there will be times when Gloucester will call out to you. Please answer that call. Your family, friends, and community are here to encourage and support you. I cannot wait to see all that you accomplish in the future. So on behalf of a very proud city, congratulations to the class of 2022, good luck, and thank you.
Please welcome School Committee Chairperson Kathleen Clancy.
Wow, here we are. Huh? Class of 2022, parents and guardians, family members, friends, and our amazing teachers and staff, and elected officials. It is truly an honor to speak on behalf of the school committee for the graduation of the class of 2022. Today's remarks are especially meaningful to me because my son, Neville Clancy, is a member of this outstanding class. And I promise not to embarrass him. To start, I'd like to thank 1623 Studios for live streaming this ceremony. You're providing a priceless experience for many family members and friends who cannot physically be with us to share in this joyous occasion. I'll give a special shout out to my mother, who's likely crying already as she watches her youngest grandchild graduate. There are so many familiar faces here in front of me and behind me. This wonderful group of soon-to-be graduates and families have shared a lot over the course of our children's education. Every parent and guardian has played a role along the way, whether it's helping practice math facts, cheering our child on, or simply staying out of their way. Class of 22, this day is bittersweet for parents and guardians, so please bear with us. We are filled with tremendous pride in all of your accomplishments, but we are also cherishing the years through the course of your education. I'm sure most of us have gone back to photos from your first day of kindergarten and are reflective about the little person you were and the amazing young adult you have become. While we've been saying to each other, "I can't believe how fast time went by," members of this class have been saying, "I've been waiting forever for this day to arrive." As with all the transitions that have come before this celebratory day, our soon-to-be graduates have been ready for the next step long before we've been ready for them to take them. Now that it's here, we are confident to watch them take that next step. And while we are filled with emotion, there is comfort in knowing that our children are more than ready for what lies ahead. Class of 2022, you are an amazing group of scholars, competitors, performers, advocates, volunteers, friends, and classmates. We celebrate each and every one of you and all of your accomplishments today. Some of you have had a fairly straightforward path to get to this milestone. Many have had challenges, some more difficult than others. Some of you entered Gloucester Public Schools and needed to learn a completely new language. Yet here you are, all graduating today despite the challenges you've encountered. Some students have known what they wanted to do from the time they were very young. Others found your passion along the way, and others may still be undecided. But we know that Gloucester Public Schools have given you a strong foundation that prepared you for the future, and that our schools have provided opportunities that are rarely found in other districts. I must mention the Gloucester Education Foundation, who has for over 16 years provided funding for a wide range of experiences that have benefited all of you. I've always cherished the mission of Gloucester Public Schools for all students to be successful, engaged, lifelong learners. Please take that to heart. It is by approaching life as a continual learner that your world becomes richer and more fulfilling. My one piece of advice is not to give up easily or shy away from challenges along the way. There will be a subject that is extremely difficult, a skill that's hard to master, a course of study that may take many years. These are healthy challenges, and it's often through some of our most difficult challenges that we find the most discovery, personal growth, and great reward. Class of 2022, now is the time to reflect on your school years, enjoy this milestone with your family and friends, and celebrate your amazing accomplishment of your graduation from Gloucester Public Schools. On behalf of the school committee, we wish you well in the coming years and look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments. Our committee wishes you a fun-filled celebration, and we will be cheering you on as you take your next step. We wish you the best of success and happiness always. This awesome class of 2022 has truly made Gloucester proud. Thanks.
Please welcome Gloucester Public Schools Superintendent Ben Lummis.
Good afternoon, Gloucester. Mr. Cook said that exuberance and excitement are the message of the day, so I'll try to bring it the best I can, Mr. Cook. Welcome parents, families, members of the school committee and city council, educators and staff. And most of all, a very special welcome and congratulations to the Gloucester High School class of 2022. There we go. First, just a heads up. In a little bit, I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. And after I ask you to stand up, please stay standing for further instructions. I promise you that it most likely may not involve dancing. I'm just preparing you. This has been a very hard, long school year. For all people who work in schools, and I think for many students too, this has undoubtedly been our hardest year. This isn't just the case in Gloucester. Articles and news reports from all over the country have detailed how difficult this year has been for students, staff, and schools. The mental and physical energy needed to get by during a global pandemic for more than 2 years has worn all of us out in so many ways. And while not much has been perfect this year, I trust that every one of us has been doing the very best we can each and every day. This is the part that I warned you about, where everyone stands and keeps standing for a little bit. So, for their effort, for their expertise, for their care and concern and all the energy they poured into their work just to get through this year, I ask everyone to stand for our teachers, our staff, and our school leaders and thank them exuberantly. So keep standing, just a couple more things here. Now, while you're standing, please, if you could take a step to your right, one or two steps to your right if you can, and then 1 or 2 steps to your left. If you want to throw in some dance moves, you can. Oh, there we go, very nice, very nice. Thumbs up. Now, I had all of you do that because I want to talk to, you can sit down now. I didn't write that part down, sorry. I had you do that because I want to talk to graduates about steps today and the importance of building your lives step by step. Because as good as things are right now, and today is a pretty awesome day, things will get a lot better as you continue to get older. As you continue on your life's journey, there will be a number of big steps along the way. For example, today is a pretty big step. Your first career-type job will be a big step. Where you choose to live, whether it is here in Gloucester, somewhere in Massachusetts, or somewhere else in the world, that will be a big step. If you choose to get married, it's a big step. And if you decide to have kids someday, well, folks around here will tell you that's a really, really big step. Kind of like a leap. Sometimes your steps will feel like they're coming fast and furious, and you're running downhill on ice and can barely keep your feet under you. Sometimes they are a bit slower, like walking in warm, soft sand. And at other times, it seems like you're trying to walk back to shore against the tide and the waves, and that making any progress takes a whole bunch of effort. Sometimes you'll feel like you're prepared to take the next step. At other times, you don't feel quite ready, but you close your eyes and jump anyway. Sometimes your footsteps will feel like they're taking you backwards, or they've led to a dead end. The good news about a lot of the steps you take and will take is that they are rarely permanent. Like walking at low tide at Good Harbor, your footsteps will wash away and you can create new ones. At times you may find you've taken a different path than a friend or a family member, and you may separate for a while. It's kind of like walking around Grant Circle with a friend, which I don't really recommend doing because it's not very safe. But if you and a friend would walk around Grant Circle and decided to go in opposite directions, as long as you keep going, your paths will cross again. Sometimes your steps will come easily, and so easily and be so fluid, it will feel like you're dancing. Sometimes you'll be able to smell the roses in your path. Sometimes your path will be dark and confusing, and you'll have no idea which way to go. But even the hardest steps, the most challenging ones, are all steps forward, helping you to become the person you are meant to be. One thing I've learned is that if you keep at it, if you keep taking those steps, and if you generally go in a direction you're interested in or you're passionate about, then you will come across wonderful people. You'll do work you love doing. You'll see amazing places. You will make long-lasting friendships. You will build a life worth living. So as you build your life step by step, please know that no matter where your path takes you, far away, or if it keeps you close to this amazing island, your family, Gloucester High School, and this great city will cheer for you and support you every step of the way. Congratulations to each one of you in the class of 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Verga, Miss Clancy, and Mr. Lummis. Next time, if you told me I'd dancing, I'll spin you, and we can do a dip even. Now, please welcome the salutatorian of the class of 2022, Eliana Faria. Sorry if I messed up your name.
Thank you, Beaton. Good afternoon to all the parents, faculty members, and fellow graduates who have gathered here to celebrate this monumental day. My name is Eliana Faria, and I'm honored to be Gloucester High School's Class of 2022 salutatorian. At 6:12 a.m. on May 2nd, I received an email from Principal Cook declaring that, despite my 26 absences, I had finished second in my class. After my initial wave of excitement, I was startled to discover that this meant I had to both write a speech and then present it in front of a very large crowd. Not quite my idea of a reward, but hey, I'll take what I can get. In need of some guidance, I quickly turned to YouTube and began searching great salutatorian speeches. Some of the speeches were filled with humor, and others took a more sentimental route. One overlap that I consistently noticed amongst the videos, however, was this concept of change. Just like the classes before us, we, the class of 2022, are currently experiencing colossal levels of change. After having spent 4 years making GHS our home, we are now being uprooted and sent on our own respective journeys into the real world. This is quite scary for me. As somebody who needs to know the agenda for the day, right down to the very last minute, I'm not a big fan of change. Where is my new parking spot going to be in college? Who am I supposed to call if I don't understand the calculus homework? What am I going to do if I don't have Miss Cafasso around to give me granola bars and tea when I need a little energy? Miss Cafasso. Now, obviously, those are very specific questions, but a change of this magnitude quite literally affects everything. For 4 years, I've been walking down the same halls, eating lunch with the same friends, and creating memories in the same building. Because my routines since freshman year have stayed more or less the same, I've grown an attachment to regularity and have continued to shy away from the unknown. Although college has always been a topic of excitement for me, its fast approach means that all of the routines that I've grown so accustomed to are about to drastically change. Consequently, I've entered a little state of panic. Last week, during a particularly stressful day, I drove over to my father's house to discuss the highs and lows of graduating. Despite my excitement at the prospect of finally controlling my own narrative, I was terrified of the unknowns that accompanied it. During this 1 a.m. conversation, my father shared with me many words of wisdom. Of course, he told me that I'd be fine and that I'm not the only one struggling with such a big adjustment. But my biggest takeaway from him was that change is a good thing and a much-needed thing. This milestone for the class of 2022 is a big one. It marks the start to independence and self-sufficiency, and it marks the beginning of real-world experiences and exploration outside of Gloucester. It's this scary change that's allowing us to follow our dreams and make our own impact on this planet. We are now fully in charge of writing our own story. So those of us that want to continue learning can now pursue a higher degree of education at a college or university. Those of us that want to travel can finally book plane tickets to places like France or Brazil. And those of us that want to work can dedicate time to making money. So while leaving GHS might be daunting, change has allowed me to follow my finance-related passions in college, and change is the reason why my little sister is finally getting a bigger room. Although my next 4 years at college will certainly be different compared to the 4 years that I spent at Gloucester High School, I know that it will all be okay. Now that I've learned to embrace the unknown rather than regularity, I'm already equipped to handle any obstacle that comes my way. So yes, I will find a new parking spot at college, and yes, I'll make new friends that can help me with the calculus homework. However, I'm not quite sure if there will be anybody like Miss Cafasso to give me tea and granola bars, but I'll just have to make do. I am absolutely ecstatic to see what change brings for this wonderful group of graduates. I could not be more proud of everybody who has overcome the challenges of high school to make it to this point. It has truly been a pleasure getting to watch the members of this class grow over the years into such strong and resilient individuals. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck for whatever this next chapter may bring. Even though it may be scary, please remember that change is good and is oftentimes a much-needed thing. And to my little sister, Santana, who is also experiencing her own colossal levels of change as she transitions from O'Malley to GHS, remember to embrace the unknown. I can't wait to watch you thrive in high school and discover the topics that you're passionate about. I know that you'll do so many amazing things, and while I may be in college, I'll still be there every step of the way. I love you endlessly, and please remember to walk on the right side of the hallway. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Ash Cook, valedictorian of the class of 2022.
Thank you, Eliana. We stand here today as graduates, no longer trapped in the walls of high school that held us for so long. But we couldn't have made it to this point alone, not as individuals and not as a class. We all have underclassmen to thank, our friends on our teams who cheered us on senior night and in games, underclassmen who let us tutor them in every subject under the sun for NHS hours, sometimes helping our own understanding of the subjects, even underclassmen who we didn't care for, just giving us a reason to want to graduate. We have upperclassmen who stood here on this field to graduate before us, from the mentors who taught us the ropes in our extracurricular activities, to our classmates in years prior who taught us the concepts we just couldn't get, and those we see now in their lives after high school, proving to us that the world outside of Gloucester High School really does exist. We have cousins and grandparents, family friends and online communities, people who care about us and love us and are so happy to see us succeed today. I didn't always believe that I had those people standing behind me, ready to pull me up if I ever fell. There have been a lot of times in my life where more than anything else, I just felt alone. When I was a freshman, I left most of my friends behind in middle school, and in this new building where nothing was the same and no one was someone I knew was there for me, I felt trapped. Surviving an entire year without the community I had built over the past few years felt impossible. I cried a lot that year when the loneliness got to be too much, and I wished more than anything that I had been born a week later so I could be in the class of 2023. But I know now that in those moments, I was never alone. I always had Calvin sitting next to me in bio, in geometry, and Python, reminding me when we had homework, walking to get food after school, letting me sit at their kitchen table and get my homework done when I couldn't focus at home, putting a smile on my face through the worst puns imaginable. Together, we were forging ahead, not despite our younger friends, but for them, making paths that they could walk easier than us, creating a space for the people we loved in the new place that we would all reach eventually. I'm glad that in the years between then and now, I've been able to share a school with these younger friends I cried over as a freshman. We put on a musical, and I got to see Seamus, the first best friend I've ever had, bring the house to tears with his song. I got to play soccer with the girl who was the first person I came out to as gay. I got to write Gillknitter articles with the girl I wrote stories with as a child, and with the two non-binary people who helped me come to terms with being non-binary myself. The point is, I found my people, and they found me. We all found places that we fit, where we didn't have to change ourselves to survive, and where other people could do what they could do to help us make it through the toughest spots. Our people are out there, where we work, where we learn, where we play. That's what it means to have community. Community is your friends' grandmothers staying up to date on your college journey, making you feel seen and loved. Community is swimming a relay so that a freshman gets to swim in her first NECs, and community is the thank you letter that she gave you a week after the fact. Community is a coworker covering your shift at the last minute so that you can be in the musical. Thanks, Alan. Community is sending Christmas presents halfway across the globe for the people who helped you make it through quarantine. Community is everyone sitting here today, everyone who's finally made it, and everyone who's here to support. Community is how we survived, and community is how we will thrive.
All right, thank you. Congrats to Santana, by the way, on a bigger room. It's a big deal. Big Vec, I love you. It is now time to transfer student leadership to the class of 2023. Joining us on stage will be the class of 2023 officers, Nicholas Koros and Marissa Vincent. Yeah, hop on, just stay right there. You're doing great. Class Secretary Kiara O'Connor will announce the transfer of leadership.
At this time, I invite the class of 2023 officers, Nicholas Koros and Marissa Vincent, to the podium for the transfer of symbols of leadership from the class of 2022 to the class of 2023. The symbols of leadership are a gift from the class of 1942. A spyglass to look ahead and lead the way. A sextant to know where you are and to chart your direction. We, the class of 2022, pass the leadership of the student body at Gloucester High School to the leaders of the class of 2023.
Congratulations. The class of 2022 wishes the class of 2023 fair winds and following seas. The class gift will now be presented by class treasurer Cammie Cooper.
Thank you, Daniel. The class of 2022 has had great success with fundraising with things such as our Candygrams to our restaurant Brinner at Sugar Magnolias. Thank you, Missy. And we are very happy to leave a class gift as our legacy. We worked very hard in giving up many of our school lunches, working on the school store, lots of trips to BJ's, and countless cookie dough fundraisers. So we thank everyone who has supported our class over the past 4 years. As it is tradition to give this class gift, the class of 2022 would like to help furnish the new and improved atrium. Adding furniture to the front entrance of the building will allow visitors and students a new and safe place to meet after school, do homework while waiting for the ride, or just to hang out. The newly renovated atrium was designed to keep all students and staff safe, and this is a very important new design. So we are happy to add and create a reception area for the Gloucester High School students, parents, and staff. We feel as if this class gift will be beneficial to all. Again, thank you to all who have supported us in our class. It has been my pleasure to serve the class as class treasurer these past 4 years, and thank you to all, to my class as well, and congratulations to all. On behalf of the class of 2022, Secretary Kiara O'Connor would like to thank our class advisors.
Sorry. Thank you, Cammie. Today, I'm honored to deliver a heartfelt thank you on behalf of the class of 2022 to our class advisors, Ms. Menery Samantaro, who we call Ms. Men for short, and Ms. Cullen. Throughout our 4 years at GHS, we've been faced with much adversity. Ms. Men and Ms. Cullen were our guiding lights. After spending countless hours planning and fundraising our freshman year for our sophomore event, exactly 1 week before it took place, a little thing called COVID-19 hit. School was canceled, which meant sophomore event and student council was paused along with it. Later we learned, and as you all know, school would be online until the fall. Coming back our junior year, Ms. Men and Ms. Cullen helped us pick up right where we left off. Within the first month, the talk was already focused on our senior banquet, semi-formal, and prom. With the little opportunity we had due to the pandemic, we managed to hold fundraisers and raise money still. And thanks to Ms. Men and Ms. Cullen, we had all 3 dances booked before the first half of junior year was even over. After that, the rest is history. I'm sure you all saw pictures from the semi and prom, and some of you even experienced the senior banquet. All 3 were beyond beautiful, and I can tell you that we all had the time of our lives. These are the 2 of the most ambitious and focused women I know. And although we have a strong, hardworking, and committed student council, we owe these unforgettable nights to them. Not only did we all learn so many valuable lessons about planning, dedication, and teamwork from them, but Ms. Men and Ms. Cullen taught us about life as a whole, and we got to know them on a personable level. We had fun, shared laughs, and heard Ms. Men screaming from down the hallway just about every day. Although we have all seen Ms. Men scrambling for information or papers for the million obligations she had going on that given day, I can assure you that there is a method to her madness. Everything is articulate and organized, even if it's in her own way. sorry. Miss Cullen, on the other hand, is the yin to her yang. She drafted complicated spreadsheets and didn't let anyone touch them for fear of them getting ruined. More than anything, we are so grateful for getting to know you both. The impact you had on each one of our lives is truly immeasurable. We'll never forget that Miss Men wants a brisk iced tea from the snack shack, or that if you have Miss Cullen for secret pal, you should get her some peanut butter. We love you both more than you know, and we owe so much of our good times and growth at GHS to you. Love, the class of 2022. I knew you were going to.
Love you guys.
You did great.
Good job.
Next, we will be entertained by the Gloucester High School Docksiders, directed by Cole Lundquist, performing Feeling Good. Hey, True.
Oh my God, bro, let's go rip.
Thank you to the Docksiders. That was awesome. Yeah. You even got Mr. Cobbs dancing. I was surprised. Not Miss Alves. Not Miss Alves. Kidding. Kidding. Now, please welcome Mr. James Cook, Principal of Gloucester High School, for the presentation of the class of 2022.
So some of you know from previous speeches that I've given earlier this year that my children have grown fond of calling me a nerd. I've grown fond of accepting it as a compliment, although as a child of the 80s, I had a difficult time learning to embrace this particular term of endearment. They see me in the hallway and say, "Hi, nerd," and I say, "Thank you." But my kids are nerds too, or geeks if you prefer, and they come from a lineage of nerds and geeks. Their maternal grandmother was a nerd who used fractals in her fabric art and who made the tie I'm wearing today. Their paternal grandfather, who's in the stands, is a nerd who identified car makes, models, and years to me throughout my baffled youth and knows more about several subjects than I'll ever know about anything. And I learned to match nerdy wits with him by memorizing baseball stats, studying soccer tactics, and learning football formations. Their mom is a nerd too, who tries to figure out ways to use the quadratic equation in daily life. True story. Their teachers are nerds. Have you heard Mr. Tell's gloss a sonnet? Or Mr. Cook, the other Mr. Cook, wax lyrical about Philadelphia? Or Ms. Cafasso hold forth on sig figs? Have you seen Bonesy calculate large numbers off the top of his head while I'm still scrambling for the calculator function on my phone? I have, and I'm sure today's graduates are thinking now of their own examples of their teachers' and families' nerdiness. I've come to notice and cherish the nerd in us all. There are many professed nerds and secret geeks out there among us. In fact, the class of 2022 is filled with nerds. And I have some practical insights into this, as I've heard students talk with great passion about the intricacies of scientific theories and public health policies, about the best memes to use to comment on high school life and unconventional relationships, about the historical accuracy of Hamilton and the merits of fan fiction, about puns in programming code and glitches in automotive scanning tools, about systemic racism, gender equity and representation, the causes of gun violence, and gender-neutral grammatical forms in Romance languages, and about whether there are more doors or wheels in the world. Although, while waiting for the bus one afternoon, the baseball team and their English teacher nerd coach, Mr. Gentile, were more interested in the question of whether there were more eyes or legs in the world. I jumped in and told him I'd do a little research about eyes. And here's what I found, fishermen. They're generally defined as a pair of globular organs in the head through which people and vertebrate animals see. But then again, what about compound eyes, which are different? I'll spare you the nerdy details, but you get the point. A nerd is someone who is obsessively, passionately, and excessively into something or several things, and whose passionate, excessive pursuit of knowledge or skill in a particular area might make them oddly focused, socially awkward, and a bit boring, off-putting, or just plain uncool at times. Nerds are extra. But in the excess, in the too much, in the extra, there's also magic, a scientific magic, by which something ordinary is transformed into something extraordinary, through a nerd's disproportionate attention and out-of-scale care, often beginning with an unusual perspective and a willingness not to worry about whether one's excessive attention to detail or obsessive care might be laughably uncool or just plain too much. It is this willingness to be vulnerable, to become involved, and to care deeply that is transformative. When others wish to remain detached and circumspect, maintaining an icy distance, waiting and watching and ready to pounce, maybe behind a screen with a keyboard at the ready, poised to judge and mock, sneer and tear down. In the face of this social rejection, a nerd's passion is undeterred. Of course, nerds and geeks, any of us who are really into something, can also participate in judging and mocking. A favorite refrain is, actually, as in, actually, that is not how you're supposed to do that, say that, make that, sing that, play that, wear that, draw that, fix that, and so on. Actually, that historic, scientific, or pop cultural detail is slightly, technically, a little bit wrong, so why do you bother? Or, my favorite, actually, you should have used an Oxford comma. The teachers laughed at that one, I said. And so, conversely, it's the willingness to be vulnerable and to create space for vulnerability, not the impulse to correct or control, to master or mansplain, to troll or punch down, that transforms nerdish knowledge and know-how into something inspiring, sustaining, and surprising. Knowledge and skills aren't enough, and so vulnerability, openness to possibilities, daring to care, helps us move from our singular, narrow, personal obsessions towards others with compassion and empathy. So our nerdiness, our unique passions and cares become a useful gift for others and simultaneously help us protect and nourish the nerdy enthusiasm of others. I realized during the difficult days deep in the pandemic that I would need to return to the nerdy things that sustain me. That meant sometimes spending too much time reading poems and occasionally spending too much time writing them. I needed to take a weekend morning or afternoon to get gently lost in the woods, Dogtown or Ravenswood, or wander the hilly terrain of Ward 2, away from figuring out how to adapt the latest CDC guidance and updates from DESE. I needed to read science fiction, the nerdiest stuff, about the Teixcalani Empire and the Erkalai language and impossibly simultaneous cities of Bessel and Ukoma, and so on. All this helped me work through the procedural, structural, and most importantly, interpersonal problems of being a principal in the pandemic. At the same time, all of you, teachers, administrators, staff, students, and families, nourished by your own different but nevertheless compatible passions, joined together to solve problems, support the members of our school community, and to make space for moments of gratitude. Thanks to my kids, Ash and Sam, I leaned into my nerdiness to get through dark times and find moments to thrive. And so, I return to you, the class of 2022. In a few minutes, you will walk up this side of the stage as Gloucester High School students and walk down that side as a Gloucester High School graduate. But sitting there and on the other side, you will carry inside of yourself animating passions and burgeoning gifts. Through these passions and with these gifts, by allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to care deeply, even when it's difficult to do so, and by daring to work hard and possibly fail, despite your best efforts and brightest wit, you will contribute and be nourished by the communities that you live in and that live in you. This is the meaning of the vision of the GHS graduate. In this way, I ask you all to embrace your inner nerd. We are all nerds. Todas somos nerdas. Nous sommes tous des geeks. Sont todos nerds. May we all nourish the passions and enthusiasm within ourselves and others as we make a world together. Class of 2022, I am proud to have been your principal, and I am thrilled to see what comes next. Assembled families, friends, and guests, I present to you the class of 2022.
Also, when we go up the stage, when we go up the stage, should we go up that way? Okay. Okay. Do we walk when we get in the car? Sit back down and we go around. Yeah, so we go through the Jeep. Okay. Right? Oh, you are right. So we go kind of.
Start.
Good to go.
Aiden Joseph Aiello.
Am I keeping it?
Natalie Rose Aiello Honors.
Congratulations. Love it.
Aiden Timothy Almeida. Elise Grace Amaral Honors. Olivia M. Amaral. Jacob T. Andrews Honors. Oh no. Fiona Evelyn Ogay. Paul Kevin Bailey. Kenneth D. Barbagallo. Abdi Miguel Bartolone. Kaylin J. Battle. Wesley John Balmer. Marcus O. Baxter. Elias Moises Beltran Santa Cruz. Logan P. Benway. Kira Jessica Berlin Honors. Colby Peter Balcom. Caitlin D. Borge. Grace Catherine Boucher, highest honors. Paola Nicole Brea. Lucas H. Brisbois. Faith Elizabeth Brown, highest honors. Alexia Rose Burby. Noah Alexander Burke. Robert Cassay. Jeffrey J. Callahan. Kayla Alexis Calamo, honors. Hunter J. Camille Bradstreet. Lola Rose Carollo. Ryan Michael Carpenter. Jose Manuel Peguero Sapio. Jose Miguel Peguero Sapio. Neville Thomas Clancy, honors.
Congratulations, Neville. All right.
Alexa Shea Clements. Kyle Clarence Clifford, highest honors. Yahir De Jesus Collado Vasquez, honors. Shannon Marie Connolly. Aiden Cornetta. Emily Linda Correo, highest honors. Sophia Elizabeth Costa, honors. Jack Anthony Costanzo. Victoria DaCosta. Brooke Elizabeth Deary.
Congratulations, Brooke. Thank you.
Maria C. De Oliveira.
Love it.
Calvin J. Del Vecchio, highest honors.
Owen Chandler Dickey. Elizabeth Ashley Dinan. Ava Cameron Donahue. Aiden Patrick Donald. Zayla Grace Dort, highest honors. Carlton James Eaton. Michael Zane Ekman. Thomas James Elliott, highest honors. Jaden I. Elwell. Avery David Emerson. Elijah P. Ferris. Ruby Evelyn Featherstone. Hannah Elizabeth Fletcher. Ryan Patrick Frades. You know the name. Joshua Aaron Fuller. That's good. Haley M. Gadbois. Hunter E. Gillis. Hey, Hunter. Way to be. Jason Chadrick Gleason.
Congrats, Jason.
Caleb B. Grace. Hey, Caleb. Jessica L. Greenberg. Seth Michael Grover. Hey, Seth. Christian Noel Gutierrez.
Congratulations, Christian.
Daniel James Hafey, honors. Hey, Hafey. Hayden Michael Hale. Christine Elizabeth Harris.
Congratulations.
Cap looks great.
Georgia Rose Hart. Daniel M. Hazerlat.
Congratulations, Danny.
Jamie He. Olivia H. Heasley.
We used to hand the stack.
Zoe Georgette Hedges, honors. Hey, Cooper.
The little ones speak well.
Oh. Lucero Hernandez Reyes. Johnny Ho. Hey, Johnny. It's been real. Olivia Elizabeth Hogan Lopez, highest honors. Hey, Olivia. Jenna Rose Hoofenagel. Sky Laura Angela Howes. Oh, Keith Michael Horn. My bad, Keith. William Daniel Hughes. Mia Soleil Husky. Caitlin Marie Jackson. Caleb Joshua Kent. Russell W. Kenyon. Charles R. King, highest honors. Hey, Chuck. George L. King, highest honors. Looking sharp, George. Matthew Kostecki, highest honors. Kayla Rose Krasetsky. Dude, it's like a lisp. Every time. Colby Allen Lang. I can't help it at this point. Owen Joseph Lane. Oh shit, that's you.
Brady Daniel Latanzi. Kenny Joseph Leal. Ooh. Anya Joy Lichtenwald. Devin Rachel Lichtenwald. Millie Alves Lopes. Arnoldo Pojoy Lopez. Sergio Antonio Lopez. Spike Venus Lorenzana. Yay, Buxies! Drew Thomas Mackey, honors. Cameron Louise McDonald! Bradley Richard Manley. Vivian Nicole Marchand. Timothy Joseph Maroney. Anthony Aroldo Matul Perez. Ewan J. McCarthy. Kane W. McGibbon. Caroline Alice McKay, honors. Jason Emery McNiff, highest honors. Mia Christina Myron. Tristan J. Mitchell. Brett Xavier Moore. Darcy Antoinette Muller, highest honors. Lily Ann Muniz. Isabel Lynn Nixon, highest honors. Griffin Daniel Noble.
Congratulations, Griffin.
Edmund Burke Nugent. Kylie Pauline O'Connell, honors. Daniel Peter O'Leary, highest honors. Nathaniel James Oakes, the fifth. Zachary J. Oliver. Gabrielle May Olson. Juliana Lee Orlando. Casey A. Orlando. Nicholas Martin Orlando. Felicia Isabella Palazzola. Jacob K. Parpart, honors. Thomas Joseph Partillo. Maite Lopez Pasos, highest honors. Victor S. Pataco. Avery Page Patrickin. Jack Edgar Patton, highest honors. Haley Olivia Pepin.
Summer Rosemary Pereira, honors. Devin James Perry. Olivia Rose Pike. Morgan Christina Perano. Madison M. Perano Novello. Devin J. Piscatello. Kevin Thomas Plant.
All right, Kevin.
Nicholas Walter Poulin, highest honors. Alyssa Javere Puckett. Julia Marie Quince. Lydia U. Quintanilla. Stanley P. Ramos. Isabella G. Rapchuk. Nicholas Andrew Rapchuk. Anne Elizabeth Reed.
Way to go, Ann.
Ariel Rivera.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ariel.
Jasper Wilder Rose. Wyatt R. Rose. Joshua Aaron Rowe. Josiah A. Santerling. Tyler P. Santos. Kevin G. Sargent, honors. True W. Sayas. Robert Louis Schuster, honors. Peter Carlo Scola. Ariana Elizabeth Scuderi. Alan Segura. Emily Alexis Shea. Haley Morgan Shea, honors. Emma Jean Silva. James Joseph Silvera. Anthony Robert Simonelli. Salvatore Antonio Saragusa. Ariana Lee Smith. Danny Smith. Jenna Marie Smith, highest honors. Lindsay Smith. Maxwell Gerald Sperry, highest honors.
Hi, John. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Very good. Very proud day.
Glad you could be here with us today. Come on over, Max.
Marina Rose Sullivan. Jelani M. Tejada, honors. Riley Elizabeth Thibodeau. Byron Bear Thomas. Julio Angel Torres. Shay C. Verga. Ava Linda Vitale, highest honors. Haley A. Weed, highest honors. Ethan Michael Paul Williams. Tara Lynn Wood. Margaret C. Wright. Ella Marie Young, highest honors. Peter Zappa Jr.
You guys got a dip. Yep. Here we go. It's getting crowded up here with all the ducks. I will now read our final class of 2022 graduates. Eliana Marie Faria, salutatorian, highest honors. Ash Faulkner Ainsley Cook, valedictorian, highest honors. Andrew Owen Arabian Coelho, Executive Board Co-President, highest honors.
You never know what you're going to expect up here. We got a pile of ducks. We got getting dunked on. Bailey Ann Saputo, Executive Board Co-President, highest honors. Cammie Jane Cooper, Treasurer, highest honors. Kiara Rose O'Connor, Secretary, highest honors. Linda Jemutai Taromo, Vice President, honors.
Yeah! Way to go, Linda!
And Daniel Eric Beaton, President, highest honors. The only drawback of the new tradition is that it takes a little while for the graduates to get back to their seats. So I'm gonna just take a minute to breathe deeply, take it all in, while we wait for Daniel to get back up here so we can go enjoy the rest of our afternoon and celebrate these great graduates. It might take him a while because, you know, a lot of people want to say hi. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Jamie. Did Dan get lost back there? Oh, there he is. Dan, I was wondering if you got lost back there.
Dude, it's a maze back there.
It is, it is.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. I liked your nerd speech. Third time's even better.
Hey, fair, Dan, fair.
Well, I liked it. I do. I truly love it. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who was able to make it. Thank you to all the teachers who have helped each and every one of us get to where we are today. Thank you, administration, for letting me be up here. And thank you to all of the parents and guardians who have inspired and encouraged us on our journey. My name is Daniel Beaton, and I am the president of the GHS class of 2022. Thank you, Linda. I am honored to be here, not only as a graduate, but also for being able to speak on behalf of the graduating class. Throughout high school, we have faced many challenges and unique obstacles. Along the way, because of that, we have become more resilient and better than before. We went through practically 2 years of pandemic and somehow still graduated. I mean, learning pre-calculus and engineering over the computer was almost impossible. Yet, somehow we did it. We are finally at the point we've been working towards, getting away from here. Now, it is time for us to go on by ourselves, exploring new horizons, new opportunities, relying on the values and lessons we have learned over the past 4 years from both our amazing teachers and parents. Though, I can't help but miss all the fun times I have had here. All the memories of goofing off in the lecture hall with Miss Hickey or packing third with Cobbs. These memories couldn't be made anywhere else, which is why we are fortunate to go here. When you're in high school, all you want to do is leave and grow up. But now I can't help but look across all these people, saddened by the fact that I won't be able to see them as much. Saddened that I'll leave such an amazing community with awesome people and friends who care about one another and help each other out when help is needed. I know that each and every single one of us will go on to become successful, and that because of what we have experienced, that there will be no challenge we can't handle. Thank you, everyone, for making it today and listening to this ceremony. I know it's long, too. Shout out to Neville Clancy.
Bring you back.
Class of 2022, please stand. I'll wait. Please transfer your tassels. Congratulations, you are now graduates of Gloucester High School. You can throw your cap. Graduates will recess to the field on the harbor side of the Knoll Stadium. Parents, families, and guests are asked to walk around the track outside the fence to receive their graduates. Graduates, families, and friends, enjoy this day.
You wrapped it.
Let's go Celtics! Let's go!
Someone's missing this hat. There you go. Exactly.